Hello, this is Ted Argyle from Adrenaline Martial Arts Centre and welcome to the fourth video on our Facebook page. This is a continuation from the previous video where we're talking about my teaching methodology and my teaching style at the school here. But certainly this teaching style applies whether I'm teaching the class or one of the instructors who works here teaches the classes. The same rules kind of apply. So today we're going to talk about safety. Now most people when they come into the martial arts, particularly adults, are concerned that they're going to get hurt in their initial stages of training. And certainly in some schools that is the case, certainly less so in our contemporary martial arts environment, perhaps back in the 60s and the 70s, and certainly when I first started in the late 1980s, safety was, what would you say, less of a concern. So, you know, as the martial arts world has evolved and as the martial arts industry has become more professional, certainly 99% of schools out there are quite safe. But it has to be said that safety at our school here is paramount, particularly with the systems which I've been influenced by and the systems that I teach. So as I discussed in the first couple of videos, you know, the predominant martial arts in our curriculum here are Muay Thai. We also incorporate boxing within that. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the Filipino martial arts, and self-defense. Now, all of those four martial arts systems are quite hands-on, and some schools are notorious for hurting people within those systems. Let's put it that way. So, some you know, Thai boxing schools and Muay Thai schools. Certainly, there's a lot of contact in sparring. Boxing, that is certainly the case. Some of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu floating around will squash you within your first couple of lessons, and you know, you won't enjoy that too much. Certainly in the self-defense world as well, some of the reality-based martial arts systems around are very hands-on and very heavy-handed, I guess you'd say. And even in the Filipino martial arts world, you know, I remember doing a seminar with a guy who was very heavy-handed, to say the least. So, and this doesn't necessarily, not a reflection of the system. Sometimes you can teach Tai Chi and be heavy-handed. Maybe not Tai Chi is a good example, but you understand what I'm saying. So a lot of it comes down to the instructor and how they disperse the information in their classes and how they interact with their students. So it's less about the system, more about the instructor, but it certainly has to be said that generally speaking, most boxing, Thai boxing, mixed martial arts, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, self-defense schools tend to be a little bit more heavy-handed than others. So part of my mission as a martial arts instructor has been to take those systems which are notoriously and generally speaking a bit more heavy-handed than other martial arts and make them accessible to everybody. So we have, you know, all cross sections of the community in our school here. So our youngest student is 4, our oldest student is in their mid-60s. And if you're dealing with either end of the scale, people who are perhaps north of 30 or 40 years of age and people who are south of 15 years of age, safety is very, very important. Obviously you can't be smacking kids around, you can't be smacking people around who are over the age of 30, for the simple reason that everyone outside that sort of window of, you know, 15 to 25 is potentially more susceptible to injury, and certainly you know, there's more to lose. If you're a 50-year-old accountant, you know, you can't be going to work every second day with a black eye and a sore knee and a sore thigh from heavy sparring the night before in class. It doesn't look good. And vice versa, you can't be knocking kids around. We don't emphasise any contact to the kids at all in our kids karate program, for the simple reason that we want our kids to enjoy the martial arts training that they're doing, and later on, you know, we can start to make things a little bit tougher so that we can prepare them for the realities of combat and prepare them for the realities of sparring as well. So, as I said, part of my mission has been to take those martial arts which are notoriously heavy-handed and make them accessible to everybody. And one of the key ways we've done that is to make sure that our classes are very, very safe. So, as far as our striking program goes, we do sparring. We have sparring on let me think. In the advanced program, we have sparring once a week. In the beginners program, it's once every 2 weeks. So, and our sparring program is very well attended, which indicates to me that everyone feels comfortable, everyone feels safe. I do have friends who teach the same systems I teach, but they're a little bit more heavy-handed because they're more competition-focused. And sparring seems to be their least popular class. For us, sparring is one of our most popular classes. Everyone feels challenged, everyone feels good, and no one's getting hurt. And that's a very hard balance to strike. So I've worked really, really hard for the last 19 years to find that balance, and I think we've achieved that. So sparring is one element where safety is very, very, very important, and also because our system is very interpersonal dependent, meaning that in all of our classes, 99% of the classes, you'll be working with a partner, either on the pads or on the ground, or in a very hands-on kind of way when you're working self-defense and things like that. So in that respect, we've also made lots of adjustments so that our interpersonal contact is appropriate and safe. Not to say that it's not challenging. I mean, you can be challenged without getting your head knocked off your shoulders, and I'm sure anyone who's listening to this understands that. So again, safety is our priority. We don't want anyone getting hurt. Certainly once you've been training for a while, if you want to up the ante a little bit, you can do that, but obviously it'll be with someone you trust and someone who knows your limits as well as their own. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I look forward to talking to you in the next one. Thank you.